pass a board to their certain levels of knowledge, and then they backstep you and leave you. But fine, that's life.
Yeah.
I'm not crying. I have thousands of students. I'm teaching 45 years. I've been 35 years not out of the aeroplane out of my 45 years. You know that I've been like crazy, right? So that's it. So I don't need to prove to anybody anything. Like all this, 63. Now I go put a Brazilian tanga and go in the UFC and fight. For what? If I want to be a sportsman, I would have done in the 80s. There was no. My training and my thing, the anti-gravity, everything I did in the 80s, there was no mixed fighting. I did probably more mixed fighting than before mid-90s the UFC started. In the 5 UFCs, the first 5 were all pre-arranged. Bill Wallace said it, Ron Van Cleef, before he died, they get money from Royal Gracie to promote the Gracie. And chemo, the guy way back there, the first chemo, Royce pulled his hair, and they took last 2 fights Royce on the bar out. He couldn't walk. And then make him the winner. I mean, come on. And then after the 5th UFC, they stopped.
There are some good fighters.
Yeah, but not the first. No,
in the 90s,
in the first 5, there were unknown people. After they sold the rights, after they took Royce 2 times out of the ring,
they sold the rights publicly. They said that publicly.
And then they didn't fight. Every other fight, races went into UFC, they lost. They didn't go much anymore. So that's it. After that was the Americans a little bit, and the Brazilians and the Americans, and then was the Russians for a while. Now it's all the Dagestan, Habib and these people ruling now.
I had the honor to be thrown by Alexander Emeliankov.
The Russian guy, yes. But listen, they're all fantastic people. I have very good friends doing Thai kickboxing. Very wonderful people. They're all one good. Like you asked me with Bas Rutten earlier. If Bas Rutten would meet me first before all the bullshit, one by one, maybe we'll be very good friends and train together. The problem is gossip and other people's bullshit talks. Make this enemy.
I'm doing bullshit talk. I'm doing bullshit talk. I'm trash talking. I know it'll never happen. That's good. Don't worry. I know it'll never happen, but hey, it's a nice thought. But I was happy to see that, Bas, I talked to him once years ago, and he promised my wife one of those breathing apparatus. And
okay.
So I got to know him today. And I said to him, hey, you made a promise. How come you never gave it to me, right? And so he told me how to do it, because it's very hard to get to Italy. He said, unless I get it from Holland. And then he sent us a program, about 15 minutes, on how to breathe and how to strengthen the body. It's really cool. It's really cool. I like people do this. Well, my idol, my first idol is Muhammad Ali. Man, I love that guy. I know it. I've got his posters.
If you go in my old in Facebook or something, you see pictures with me and Muhammad. He's very good guy. I've been twice on his grave and prayed for him. Good friend and really, really decent person. Real good human being. I love him. He did from the World Championship. He become a greater person in real life than the championships. He just uses as a vehicle. Look, the same. I use Wing Chun as a vehicle to meet you. You, my friend. I met you 20-something years ago, and today, look. And this is common respect and friendship. And all my students, the same thing. And you have bad apples, Paul. You have people backstab you, people trash you. You know what? It's a natural selection in life. They go. And you never hear about them. Look, all these people have backstabbed me, left me. They disappeared. Nobody did anything. Where are they? Why are they Wing Chun not better than me? Or people have so-called challenged me. I never challenged anybody. This is what freaks me out, that people think I'm the bully guy. I never challenged anybody. Everybody challenged it. William Chong challenged the whole world, anytime, any place, anywhere. Racists challenged me and 9 other people. Old people, Jean LaBelle was 73, they challenged. And accusing me, I fought the 42-year-old William Chong. I'm 63. Come on and touch me.
42.
If you touch me, you will feel that.
42, you're still.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I'm 60 years old. I remember at 42, 45, I was very strong. It was after
I'm still strong. I'm still good, but I'm not a tournament guy. You know what people mistake is that you are the ring and then you have to jump around for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
If you talk real fight, I'm still good. Don't worry about it. You know, but the point is, it's just this bullshit talk of people making people enemies, and then you have people like these grandmothers that just want to use you. Rhoda, write me letters. What my respect? I said, for what? But I did so much for the Wing Chun. What? Yeah. What did you? I did so much for the Wing Chun community. Blah blah. What did you for the Wing Chun community? I did the ancestor. I said, listen. Since Grandmaster Yip Man died, there are more than 20 books of original Yip Man students who wrote about the history and the family. Who the fuck are you? What? What do you know? And then he married a Chinese girl, learned some Cantonese, I think, and then he meet all these Chinese people, old people, and then he just fucked up the whole mentality of the Wing Chun people using the Shaolin original long pole form and saying, this is the original Leung Ting light, everybody light. I said, listen, you idiot, this is the original Shaolin Kung Fu. It's a very long form. When they exchange the Ba Cham Dao with the long pole, the Wing Chun person, or the Chow Wasun, who put it down to the 6.5 point form for just attacks and some defense, just to build the body. The long pole, if you have a good heavy stick, it's very, very tough training. Depends who you teach. Most people teach little Chi Kwan, little bit application, then teach the form, take money and go. Real training is different. Real training is like the old days I did. Same with the long pole, same with the knife. People just go and make forms. You know, you have to strengthen your arm with a knife. You have to drill with the knife. It's not easy. But they don't train. They just do the forms and say, oh, I have everything. I'm the grandmother. Fine. You know, the good thing I like about boxing, Thai boxing, wrestling, you go with the mistakes, boom, finish. So that's the problem with the Wing Chun people. They talk their way out, and in full contact sport, you get hit. That's it.
Sifu, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay. So,
while we're doing this, of course, ask me.
So, no, it's just something that I've worked on for a long time, and they talk a lot about internal training. But if we forget about what they're talking about, you know, on the internet, but just on a personal level, I had the privilege to work with a lot of people in the Tai Chi community, elenc community, and I thought it's pretty amazing what they can do. And
of course.
But I know, because I had witnesses, I did close to a full contact with a Chen family Tai Chi master who also did Sabata. And I had the mentality that I have to have the last hit. I'm a gentleman. I don't care about getting hit. But I said to my student, yeah, but if I want to be the last hit, then what's he going to do? But what I was trying to say is that from when I started going to China, I did about 3 trips, I think. And in the mornings, I would hang out with the guys who did, you know, Tai Chi training, sword training and stuff like this. And also our father, my brother, we grew up with a professional soccer player, A grade. He lived his whole life for soccer. They gave him a soccer ball when I'm joking, you know, he died with soccer, he loved it. And he loved chess. So he gets you to the point of having a very deep discipline on your body. And I believe that through deep relaxation, you can develop a lot of power. But the problem is that when they get stressed and forced, they're not used to reproducing this relaxed energy because they're being attacked. Okay? And I know that Wing Chun, they aim to be neutral and have this neutral source of it. I think it's amazing because I did a lot of meditation and it taught me a lot, in particular with Grandmaster Sam Chin. And, but I know, by my opinion, that they're 2 different worlds. They're so similar, but they're two different worlds. One reason I think this is why I love my first lineage, Grandmaster Sushum Tin, because he never wanted to attack. He was always neutral, and he showed the functionality of the body. It's fantastic, but to do that under stress is another story. And people always forget the stress factor. You know what I mean? But on a personal level, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I discovered that by applying this, in the end, all Kung Fu, I was taught that was everything is always internal. It's never external. Maybe we use too much excess, but everything we do is internal. We think internal. We produce everything through our minds. And so the body has to obey. You know, but you need to come to a deep level of relaxation, meditation, listening to your body. And when, you know, I learned from other systems, but I can apply this in Wing Chun. But if I say to my students, I say, fuck, to be neutral like this and be in combat, man, we're two different worlds. It's two different languages. It's not this. After much experience, much training, you can connect the two. I don't know if I'm making sense, but what I'm trying to say is that I think the internal work, if it's understood correctly, is good. There are people in, I think in Malaysia or China that are doing MMA fighting just with Tai Chi. And they used to get beat up. But now, they're learning to work with stress. So it's very interesting evolution. I see this with Wing Chun. But there's too much publicity. I've got the real Wing Chun. I have the... in Italy we say, ma la cagare, non rompere i coglioni. Basta. We earn 1,300 euros a month, 1,500 euros. We have had it. And you want to sell me the real truth? I have to pay 250 euros for a fucking internal ancient bloody, I don't know, what do they call it? He was Sergio teachers. You pay 250 euros for a certificate.
Well, Leung Ting and Gansberg invented the breathing health serum Tao, which doesn't exist in traditional
This is what I was told, by the way. This is what I was told.
Oh, remember? I didn't pay. I was at the seminar because I had to go. I didn't pay. They had to pay. They charged 500 euro and was packed. And all bullshit. They changed the fourth set. The third set, they changed.
When you left,
funny noises.
When you left, I was there. Everything has changed. We have a different part to the Champion. The BMC changed. The wooden dummy changed. We had the secret.
Because this was the only way to say people. Emin Boztepe doesn't know. We didn't teach him the right thing. That's why he changed. He's the technical director of the Yip Man Golden Book of Wooden Dummy. And when they didn't want me anymore, they make the new yellow book, Leung Ting's Wooden Dummy. And then he changed things. He put like things also in every poster, the old poster on Bucci. Remember the Bucci? This set doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So, but then after I left, so that's what I said in the beginning of our conversation today. He is the one that's distorting the history to make himself, and he's a liar. Leung Ting is a liar. Sorry, you respect him, I don't respect him. He's a liar, a manipulator.
Sifu, look, I don't want to teach anybody anything. This is for me, for my sanity. There are people that are deeply, I could, you know, and I have it all in here, but I think I'd rather speak good about the good things, because I prefer to put things in a good light.
But
Sinjo, if I asked him something, whatever I asked him, I mean, I think I paid him well. Whatever I asked him, he did. He asked me. He answered me. There was no, but you have to do this. If I asked him a question, you know, I was not. I know that in the 80s, I think 80s or 90s, somebody went from the EWTI to teach in Hong Kong. Did you know I taught there or not? I was the first Italiano-Australiano to teach in the Caroline School.
So you bring the Gnasel Marco Polo's Gnasel spaghetti back to Italy.
I'm Genovese. I'm Genovese, mate. I'm Genovese.
That's it. The point is this: everybody's Wing Chun goes us there understood Wing Chun. The problem is Wing Chun itself is pure. People make things out of Wing Chun, whatever they want to make. I teach scientific. 1 × 1 is 1. That's the formula of Wing Chun everywhere. But here I cannot explain everything. It's another whole interview. People don't, and if I meet you again and we do a session of Wing Chun, you will be, oof, because things you never heard that don't teach you and based is based on that. That's why my Wing Chun is also different. Because people teach Wing Chun the way they think it's good. I don't teach Emin Boztepe Wing Chun. I teach scientific Wing Chun. You know, nobody moves like me and I don't move like other people. Everybody is unique. So I have to teach scientific. That's why Wing Chun is a system, because 1 × 1 works for everybody. Body size, age, doesn't matter, female, male. So therefore you have to understand this, but they teach techniques. But on what is it based? On what is the bongzao based? Where's the static? How you build up? Where's the bongzao? You go to a seminar, one instructor bongzao is it, the other instructor bongzao is the other instructor, so boom, boom, boom. You get confused. A lot of trees, you don't see the forest. There's only one bongzao. It's only one tanzao. It's a physical action, and there's a 4 dimensions like an airbag in a car. How does an airbag in a car function? There's all science. Wing Chun, self-protection, is same built on the same mathematics. They cannot explain you that. They just show you technique. And their Wing Chun is good as they have understood. Therefore, they talk, I teach the real Wing Chun. I don't care. I'm not in that scene. I didn't know you were teaching in Hong Kong because I'm out of that scene. I do what I do. I teach my people. I educate them. I don't care. People
it's only because I've got a bit of an ego, and I want to show you how good I am.
No, I have an ego. It's the rest. When I met you, I told way back 25, 30 years, 40 years ago, I have an ego is enough for the rest of the world. But the point is this, the difference. My ego is to make myself good, to make Wing Chun work for me. So, and then I share my ego with my students to make them good, not to show off. Not to show off for other people. I have this, I'm a master. I don't need people follow me. They know over 50 countries I had branches. They know I had so many hundreds of students and thousands. They know I'm not getting out of the airplane and airport. I travel. I don't need to prove that. It's there. People follow me. All the magazines, I never ask for a magazine, come and do something. I never ask you. You ask me to do this. So all the publications. So I don't care about this. I am me. I'm this little guy. I'm back in my village where I started. I'm born here and I'm back here. Life is a circle. And about your Tai Chi friend. Why Tai Chi with MMA? I told you something in the beginning. Yes is only yes if you have no. If they only do soft, how can they be explosive in the fight? That's why they lose. Now that they're experimenting the hard, so the soft and hard missing, they become more successful with experience. That's the point. Do you understand now? Yeah. So it's the Buddhism, it achieves Taoism, balance. Because you're mixing both elements. Man, woman, mix babies. We love babies. At least the production of the babies.
Sifu, so, we have to go. We have to go.
Okay.
You're
the boss.
Me. What did Sifu? It was an honor.
Relax.
I was really waiting a long time to do this, and I wrote it on my script, but I'll say it from my heart. You're an ambassador, mate, for our art. Thanks for contributions and everything that you've done, because I think a lot of people don't understand it, and I really appreciate it. It's also helped me personally with certain directions with Wing Chun. And I see it a bit differently, but I don't think I'm better than anybody. Actually, I know that I'm low grade. So I really thank you for doing this. I hope people see another side of you. And, and see the honest side of you.
I'm always being honest. I've never been fake. I hate fake. So the thing is, Paul, You are already the best for me.
It breaks the internet bullshit. It breaks the internet bullshit.
You're already the best for me. That's it. You're the champion. So don't worry about it. And I'm not that. I never want to be something. I'm just who I am. What people make. Now look, we did a beautiful interview. You're gonna make it and you put it out. And there were a lot of people say good things, and a lot of idiots I never met in my life will talk trash. Fine. Thank you very much for the people talk trash because they make me famous. Thank you. So how can I say? I thank my enemy to make me very strong. And that's it. And my friends are my friends. That's it. You know, friends are always there. And therefore, look, I all want is my students, even people backstep me and left me, I know they still trust me because I teach them the best Wing Chun. They always promise me to be loyal to me. I don't believe in loyalty. Loyalty, it goes when people want something from you all the time, but promise you, I will be loyal the rest of my life. I will be loyal. But you say no, don't give what they want. Their loyalty shrink together. Their loyalty disappear. So I don't give a shit about loyalty. Loyalty people, real loyal people are loyal. They don't talk about it. They're with you. Like Oliver Becker, like Michael Casey, 40 years with me. Or others, I have many other names. They're still with me. Or out of Wing Chun, normal friends. Loyalty is not spoken. People there with you or not there with you. But trust. I fight every day for my students to trust me. Other people expect their trust. Hey, you have to be loyal to me. You have to trust me. I'm your Sifu. I don't care. I fight for my Sifu, my students. They trust me by teaching them very well. Because I already trust them. I know more than them in my world. So, you know, they don't need to. I trust my student too, but still, backstepping is backstepping. But nobody of these people ever say anything about, and I never criticize their skill because it's my signature. They learn from me. But their character is miserable. What can you do? A cheater is a cheater, a backstepper is a backstepper. Let them be happy. I love you very much. You're doing a great job with this. And I think you open many people's eyes. And I hope I come maybe, so I'm rebuilding Italy again because COVID really did a lot of economical damage to normal people. They don't have enough money.
Let's put this video out and see what happens.
That's it, exactly. And when I come to you guys, yes, I want a spaghetti bolognese and wrestle with you. and you, madam.
Ciao, Sifu. Come chiudere? Chiudere? I have to see. Ciao, Sifu.